Here we have a 2016 on a 66 registration, Temsa MD9 Lux, 34-seat executive coach. So, my favourite little coach, a baby Temsa. This one we're offering for sale on behalf of TK Travel down in Reading. Very, very clean, well-presented vehicle, as you can see. No obvious signs of any body damage. We've got wheel trims fitted. Under the bonnet, it's a Euro 6 Cummins ISB 6.7E engine. That is driven through a ZF Ecolife fully automatic gearbox. Engine is rated at 280 brake horsepower. Now, if you think back, we used to be ecstatic at B10Ms with 286 brake horsepower. This is half the size. Another winner for me with this product is this near side rear door. Okay, now when I was selling these new for Arriva, that put a lot of people off, and they went, even though on paper financially we offered a better deal, they went to Yutong, to Pelican, and bought TC9s because they've got a continental door. And at that time operators had this, a lot of operators had this thing in the head, you need a door. Why have we not got a door on the offside? You don't need one anymore. But we've always had one. Yeah, but you don't need one anymore. You don't tend to send vehicles of this size into Europe, so why use a continental door? If you're in London or Edinburgh or any of the big cities and you're dropping off at hotels and the traffic warden appears around the corner, let's get them off quick, let's have two doors. You know, and that's why I think that's a winner for me. Easy to get people on and off in a short space of time. Luggage, there's a good amount of luggage, to be honest, for the size of vehicle. Okay, I think you've got a bit more height to these than a TC9, so less chance of getting a headache, but you still do have to, you know, think it through when you're loading. You know, you're not going to just chuck them in, you've got to put a bit of thought into it. Anyway, as we jump on board, we've got 34 reclining seats. They're fitted with 3-point seat belts, sideways movement, leather piping and headrest inserts, and we only really offered two interiors on stock vehicles at Arriva. There was this blue, or there was black and red. So it won't take much more working out as to what I preferred. I always found this blue, for me, was a nicer interior, but other people have said, it's a bit cold, isn't it? You know, it's everybody's personal preference. We've got a rear floor-mounted toilet. The other thing that putting this door on this side did, it gave us more seats. If they'd have put the door there, for example, you'll have only ended up with 32 seats. Don't ask me why, but that's how it was. Dinky little drinks, hot drinks facility here. That's aftermarket. They were fitted by AD Systems, or supplied by AD Systems, fitted at Arriva. There's trays to the seat backs, carpet to the aisle, but it feels like a big coach. And do you know the other thing that not a lot of people know? Stainless steel, so they ain't gonna rot. Okay, fully air conditioned. It's a Spheros system on these. We're also wired for DVD with one fixed monitor, but do you know what? To drive, effortless, and you could literally, in that space there, turn it. You'll do a U-turn there because the lock on them is phenomenal. I used to love driving these when we were doing any sort of exhibition or whatever when I was at Arriva. This, you know, there'd be a new Van Hool to take. I didn't want to get in the Van Hool. I'd rather be in this. They're just effortless to drive. Dash is in good order. It's all quite easily laid out for the driver. Everything's at his fingertips. Mileage on this one, give or take 280,000 kilometres. So not heavy on the miles. And one thing I will say, for transparency's sake, when this vehicle first came here, it wasn't without its issues. One of the biggest issues was the aircon. And when they sort of got somebody involved, there'd been pipes cut and all kinds. It's literally been rebuilt, that aircon system. It had about 7,000 quid spent on it to get it right. So that's right. And there were some other bits and bobs, and all the receipts are here. There were, you know, literally, the guys bought this vehicle, and just to get it back to where it should be, 5 figures. But it's right now, and that's the key. So, well laid out driver's cockpit, effortless to drive, lane departure warning and automated emergency braking system, fridge in the dashboard, courier seat. It's everything you need. And the other winner on these, and you don't notice it, right, because it looks like a big coach, the 2.4 metres wide, where everything else is 2.55, so it makes them dead nimble, dead manoeuvrable, rural areas, built-up areas, cities, inner cities, great just for nipping about. So to recap, it's a 2016 on a 66 registration, Temsa MD9 Lux, 34-seat executive coach.